Hey homeschoolers, I'm Melissa Webb, former full-time classroom teacher and homeschool mom turned full-time business CEO and encourager to homeschool families everywhere. I am determined and dedicated to helping you in this journey that you're on. Yes, I want to give you sound, educational, practical tips and advice, at the same time making sure that you're enjoying the family journey that you are on. So if you are looking for a place to be encouraged and inspired, you have found the perfect podcast. Homeschooling is a work of heart is truly the perfect place to start. So welcome. Let's jump in. Well, hey there, homeschoolers. How are things? Are you doing okay with winter? It's currently winter, and I know, especially depending on where you live, some people do not like it. It's so cold. But I will tell you that personally, I am enjoying the cool mornings. It's a little chilly for my liking. It can be in the low 40s, but I am enjoying them as I walk with Ginger because here's the thing. I know they're not always going to be chilly. Before I know it, I'll be complaining that it's too warm. So right now I'm embracing. Ginger loves this weather with her nicely built-in fur coat. So I just prepare for it, right? I don't go out in a t-shirt and flip-flops. I put on my warm jacket and my beanie because it's so much more comfortable that way. It's better that way. And then it's more enjoyable for me. And did you know you can do that? In the seasons of life, same thing. If you don't love a season of your life, but there it is, like you can't change, like right now it's winter, but any season that you're in, your kids being a certain age, just whatever it is, it's there and you can prepare better for it and it will be more enjoyable if you do. I'm wondering if you are struggling with helping your child be a confident writer. If so, I have a warm jacket and a beanie for you to make it a little more comfortable. And I don't know about you, but I do really look for the humor in things. It just makes life a little more enjoyable in that way as well. And I heard this quote by Will Rogers, and it said, if you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. And I really liked that. I'm pretty sure he wasn't talking about the challenges of homeschooling or, in my case, teaching academic writing to kids. But I just want you to bear with me because you know me, quotes and analogies really spur my thinking. And I really think that the essence of what this quote is saying, it does hold a valuable lesson. For me, at this current time, it is a new semester. And we're all digging in, right? Are you ready to dig in? Are you ready to get started in a new semester? We do start so enthusiastically. I just know this is true for so many of my mom friends. Like it's a new semester, we're like armed. We've got our pencils, our paper. We've got this great attitude, right? We've got the knowledge we need. We're ready. Like just here we go. But then before you know it, we feel like we're in a hole. Now, the holes we find ourselves in aren't dirty. They're filled with frustration and confusion, maybe some uncertainty. Yeah, see what I did there? Yeah. But here's what I want to do in today's episode. I'm going to do what I can to help you get out of your, metaphorically speaking, hole. I've got 4 steps to share with you. So step number 1 is to just stop digging. Just stop. If you do not like the direction you're heading, let's just get out of that hole. Let's just walk away from that space. You don't even need to fill it back with dirt. All you need to do is just admit that, okay, what we tried last semester, what we were doing, what we were trying, whatever we were using, it didn't work. It just didn't. And no, that's okay. Like you could feel disappointed, but that's just a feeling. And this is something I teach my students. Feelings cannot hurt us. They're going to ebb and flow. We're supposed to feel all the feelings. It's okay to feel disappointed. There's nothing wrong with that feeling of darn, it didn't work the way that I tried it this time or with that material. But that's just a feeling. It's not going to hurt us. It's going to go away. We can acknowledge it and then we can move on, or we can try. Maybe you want to stay with what you have, but maybe you just want to find better ground to stand on. And that would be the step number 2. Find better ground where you want to start digging again. In other words, either tweak the material you have or find new material. You could ask other homeschoolers, what are they using? There's a lot of Facebook groups. There are homeschooling forums. You now know yourself what does or doesn't work, and you need to be honest. Are you somebody who just wants to do all the teaching yourself? You don't want another teacher teaching your child. That's okay. If that is you, need to find a textbook or a program that teaches you how to teach writing. One of the greatest programs I loved was Step Up to Writing. I took classes on that as a teacher. It was very well structured, and it was great at teaching teachers how to teach writing. So maybe what you need to do is take some lessons and learn how to teach writing, and that will make you a better teacher for that topic. But maybe, if you're going to be honest, you're like, you know what I really want? I would prefer that someone more passionate about writing teach writing to my child. I don't want to have anything to do with it. If that's the case, you probably need to go find a class. That could be in person, it could be an online class where you're hands off and you just send your child to that class and know that teacher is going to take care of the lessons, take care of the instruction, read the child's work, give the child feedback, and you don't have to do a thing. Be honest, is that you? Know that about yourself. A lot of the homeschool moms that I am working with like a mix of both. I actually love that. If that's you, if you're like, I don't want to just give it all away, I do want my hand in there, you're my kind of homeschooling parent. Like we would get along very well, because that's what I believe a homeschool mom or dad should be doing. You want to work with your child. You want to learn what your child's learning. You want to hear, what topic is this person asking you to write about? What kind of research are you using? Read to me what you wrote, what you write, what you think matters to me, sweetheart. I want to know what you're learning. And along the way, parents learn more about writing. In my classes, this is what they tell me. I've learned more in the writing classes my kids have taken with you, Mrs. Webb, than I ever learned in all my years of education. That's pretty impressive, right? Parents learn and children learn. Those are the families, by the way, that just, they dig deep. They go far. And so that is what I want. I do want to learn myself and I want to help my children learn, right? Then something that I offer is a perfect fit for you. But I don't know what's best for you, only what's best for you. And your children are relying on you to know that and to help guide their learning, okay? All right, so step number 1 was stop digging if where you're going is not appealing to you. Step 2, go find some better ground, softer ground, easier dirt to dig. In other words, get something different. Go somewhere different, find something different. The third step is to ask someone else to grab a shovel and join you in the digging process. Won't it go faster? Think about it. Why would we dig alone? If you really want to make progress, get help. You will go faster with help. Okay, so whatever that is, you're asking others what programs are working for you. You're finding a teacher to teach it to your child. You're finding a program that helps you teach it and helps your child. Whatever it is, get that help. All of those require that you're not doing it alone. Now, I'm going to help you. I'm going to tell you how I teach writing, because I have my students take 1 month to write 1 essay. I am all about quality over quantity. I don't want an essay a week. No, thank you. I've done that. Talk about burning out everybody involved. It's too stressful. I take an entire month for 1 essay, whether that's 1 paragraph, 3 paragraphs, 4 to 6 paragraphs, 1 month, 1 essay. So I'm going to grab my shovel here and I'm going to dig for you. So stand back a little bit. I'm going to do some digging and you just pay attention to what I can offer here. This is a tried and true process, by the way. It works. I promise you it works. I've been doing it for over a decade. It works. Okay, so in week 1, this is all I want you to do in week 1. First, decide what style you want your child to practice. You have 3 options: persuasive, expository, narrative. Second, you're going to come up with your topic in week 1. So for instance, I have a persuasive course called Zoomanity, and the students, they study why zoos are good and why zoos are not good, and they persuade us based on their research, should I support zoos or should I not support zoos? Okay, so you come up with your topic. Let's say you want to do expository. That's just a factual, informational, think research paper. No opinions. One of the ones I offer is called Today's Tech, and children get to pick something in today's technology that they want to study. It could be electric cars. It's something that interests them. They're going to learn about it, and they're going to summarize the main points of what they learned. Maybe you want to start with a narrative. We love narratives. Narratives are great. One of our most favorite narratives that everybody seems to love, and these kids write great narratives. But the favorite one seems to be the making of a mystery. It's how to write a whodunit. Something goes missing and you have to find it. And so as a detective. So whatever you come up with for your topic, just make sure it's something that interests your child. Now, again, if you're using a textbook, that already may be laid out for you. Fantastic. If you're sending your child to a class, they're going to do that for you. If you join my program, Wild Writers Clubhouse, we've already done that for you. All right. But if you're doing it all on your own, here I am digging, helping you dig your hole. That's the thing that I want you to do. Start researching, take some notes, start an outline. And know that depending on how much your child loves or doesn't love writing, you could have your child just work on one solid paragraph for that first month. Or a 3-paragraph essay, which is your introduction, a body, and conclusion. Or a 4 to 6 paragraph essay, which is what you want to be doing by middle school, for sure by middle school. 4 to 6 paragraphs, still introduction, multiple body paragraphs, full of support and evidence, and then a conclusion, okay? All right, that's what you're doing in week 1. So many times families are like, wait, we didn't even start our essay yet. That's right. We're going for quality over quantity. This is not a rush project. Week 1, we're just deciding and starting some research, taking some notes, and deciding what level we're going to write. Okay, week 2, I'm still digging here for you. Take your break, sip on some water. The next thing I would recommend you do in the second week is now complete that outline and turn every part, every section of that outline into a paragraph. If it's an introduction, it's going to have a hook and supporting evidence and your thesis. If it's a body paragraph, you're going to start with a topic sentence and have evidence. Okay, you get the idea. That's where you actually write the first draft, the rough draft. I like to call it the sloppy copy. It's all you do. You have a whole week, 5 days, a little bit every day, 30 minutes a day, every day. You're going to get there. In the third week, we're going to revise and we're going to edit what we wrote in week 2. I teach a revision technique called STAR, substitute, take out, add, rearrange. I also teach children using a 4-color edit checklist, how to check for their organization of their content, the development of their content. We look at the grammar and the mechanics. We tweak things. In week 4, you've got to get that review from someone else. Maybe that's you or the teacher you've hired, or in our class in space, we have a team of teachers who review students' work individually. They get great review feedback. And then you want to consider what that person's thoughts about your writing, their suggestions. You have to consider all of that, make your final changes, and be sure to share it. Go public. Share it, whether that's I'm going to jump on Zoom with Grandma today and I'm going to read my essay to her. Share it with somebody outside of your immediate circle. If you're in a co-op, have that one day a month where you guys meet at the park and students, maybe they don't read their whole essay, maybe that's too much, but their favorite paragraph. Okay, there you go. That's my shoveling contribution in podcast format. Let's keep moving on. All right, so just a reminder, step 1, stop digging if you don't like where you're digging. Step 2, find new ground. Step 3, have other people grab a shovel and help you. Step 4 is to stop every once in a while and check your progress. Are you pleased with the direction that things are going? Don't just keep plowing through. I just got to dig. I got to dig. I got to dig. Stop. Stop. Reflect. Evaluate. And then continue on if you like what's happening. And if you don't, go back to step one and repeat that. I was thinking, like, why do we dig holes in real life? In real life, I'm going to go back to real life for a second. And I was thinking how in 1849, we studied the 49ers. They were digging a lot of holes. Why were they digging? They were digging for gold. They wanted to find gold. Now, that's not really why we dig holes today. For the most part, if we're serious about some hole digging, it's usually because we want to plant something. Maybe we want to plant a tree in our yard or flowers for the spring or a vegetable garden, right? Maybe we're digging because we need to install some plumbing as we're building a house. Or maybe we're digging because we're going to put a new pool in for the summertime. No matter what, we're digging for a purpose. And no matter what, the digging can be really hard work. And yet we do it. We do it because there's an end product that we're going for. So I want to ask you, what do you want to see from your toiled labor? You're digging into the homeschool. I'm going back to my analogy now. What do you want to see come out of this? A confident writer? Yeah, me too. This is like my ambition in life. And I'm not sure that I'll ever retire. I love it so much because here are a few things I know. Confident writers are more confident thinkers. Stay with me. Because confident thinkers make better, more thoughtful decisions. And those are the people that we all want to see moving forward from one generation to the next generation. You may think that I'm just teaching writing for the love of teaching writing. Oh, no. I'm digging much deeper than that. I want this generation to be confident in how they think, because I know when they think well, they'll make excellent decisions. And that affects me in the future. See where this is going? So yeah, it is a deep hole that we are all digging here. And we need to, 1, stop digging where it's not working. 2, find the better ground. 3, dig together. 4, check our progress from time to time. So I'm not telling you to stop digging. I'm not. In fact, I want you to dig deep. I just want you to dig in the right places. And I want you to stop digging alone, right? Because I want you to be digging where there's bound to be gold. There's still gold in them Bar Hills. I know there is. And I'm happy to dig along with you. Let's dig deep this semester. Check things out at writeonweb.com. I can help you. I promise. Check things out. Reach out to me on socials. Email me, whatever you need to do. I want to dig with you. Right on. Well, thanks so much for tuning in and listening this week. Hey, if this was something that you found valuable, don't forget you want to subscribe or follow so that every time a new episode is dropped, you'll be the first to know. And hey, before you go, if you are looking to get some of this academic writing under your belt and outsourced so that it's one less thing freeing you up to enjoy more time with your family, hey, you're going to want to head over to writeonweb.com to see what kinds of resources and materials I have available for you. I will look forward to seeing you there, and I will look forward to seeing you here in our next episode. Right on.